The Number Show. In this episode, we will learn all about fractions and decimals. First, let's talk about fractions. What is a fraction? A fraction is something less than a whole number. For example, what happens if you split one apple into two equal parts? You end up with two halves. Neither part is a whole. Each half is a fraction. Together they form a whole apple, or one apple. But separately, they are only halves. So when there are two equal parts of something, each part is called a half. If there is more than one half, the parts are referred to as halves. We say one half, two halves. Repeat after me. One half. Very good. Now say two halves. Well done. How do we express a half? A half is written as 1 over 2. The number on top, the numerator, indicates how many parts we are referring to. In this case, the numerator is 1 because we are talking about just one half. The lower number, the denominator, reflects the total amount of parts available. In this case, the apple was split into two parts, so the denominator is 2. If there are 3 parts, we call each part a third. If there are 4 parts, each part is a quarter, or a fourth. 5 parts, each is a fifth. 6 parts, each is a sixth. 7 parts, each is a seventh. 8 parts, each is an eighth. 9 parts, each is a ninth. And 10 parts, each is a tenth. Let's practice fractions. Repeat after me. A third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, an eighth, a ninth, a tenth. Wonderful. Remember, a fourth is also a quarter. Now, let's add the words whole and half to make the list complete. Ready? Follow me. A whole, a half, a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, an eighth, a ninth, a tenth. Wow, very good. So what is the result if we split an apple into 4 parts? What is the fraction? The fraction is quarters or fourths. 1 quarter can be expressed as 1 over 4. 1 on the top and 4 on the bottom. 1/4 or 1 quarter. 2 quarters can be expressed as 2 over 4. 2 on the top and 4 on the bottom. 2/4 or 2 quarters. 3 quarters can be expressed as 3 over 4. 3/4 or 3 quarters. And 4 quarters can be expressed as 4 over 4. 4/4 or 4 quarters. 4 over 4 is also a whole, or 1. 2 over 4 is also a half. Well done. Now, let's try a different example. A pie is cut into 6 parts and we have 5 of them. That is expressed as 5 over 6. We call this 5/6. Try it. 5/6. What if there are 2 parts? Yes, the answer is 2/6. 2/6 is also 1/3. What if you have a piece of wood cut into 8 parts? What is 1 part? 1 part is 1 over 8, or 1/8. What are 2 parts? Yes, 2/8. 3 parts? Yes, 3/8. Do you see the pattern? Good job. Well done. Fractions can be attached to whole numbers. For example, this number is 1.5. This number is 3.25. And this number is 9.5/8. Now, let's talk about decimals. There is another way to express a portion of a whole number. 1/2 can also be expressed as 0.5. The point is a decimal point, but we simply refer to it as a point. Repeat after me. 0.5. Good. 0.5 is 1/2. 0.25 is 1/4, or 1/4. 0.1 is 1/10. These numbers are called decimals because they use a decimal point. Repeat after me. Decimal. Once again. Decimal. Good. This number is 0.35. We don't say 0.35, but rather 0.35. We say each digit in the decimal individually. Let's try another. 0.7634. Say it with me. 0.7634. One more. 0.97016. Now try it with me. 0.97016. Excellent. Decimals can be attached to whole numbers as well. What is this number? Yes, it is 1.8. What is this number? Correct. It is 36.55. Now, try a bigger number. What number is this? Well done. It is 9,356.854. Very good. I think you've got it. Thanks for joining us today. It was fun to learn about fractions and decimals. Goodbye. See you next time on The Number Show.